Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at AMD. AMD is one of the chips giant, one of the leading manufacturer of chips, semiconductor. AMD stock has been doing well the last couple of years, at least the last 1 year. The stock has done tremendously well. However, businesses have a way to grow their businesses, grow their revenue, expand and all that. But it seems AMD has a unique strategy. The reason why I say unique strategy is something they've done over the years and they've done consistently. AMD just announced acquisition of Pensando. They announced the acquisition of Pensando for 1.9 billion. That seems huge, given that AMD cash flow recent statement is about 3.6 billion, and their forecast is to reach about 5 billion. So how does it fit in? And AMD also have the ability going to about 4 billion or so. But then it seems AMD has chosen acquisition of startup companies. Pensando is one of those cloud startup, data center that is doing well. According to Lisa Su, it's very exciting. I mean, I watched Lisa Su interview with Jim Cramer, and she was saying that it's very exciting. It's a way for them to be able to reach more of their customers and to reach on a vast level that they haven't reached before. But what I'm thinking is that AMD has actually chosen acquisition as a unique strategy, because the last 5-6 years they've acquired different startup companies, and I will list them for you. The AMD acquisition of Pensando is expected to close in Q2 2022. The CEO was quoted to say that they actually, to also help, expand the business of Pensando, but it is a unique strategy, and I will list them as I said, because you would now see that is a pattern. The deal was announced on 4th of April 2022. AMD also acquires Cyllinix in October, I think October 2020 or so. Before then, they also acquired Nitero. That was April 2017. Before that, also they also acquired Ealgo, C Micro, ATI Technologies, Alchemy Semiconductors. I mean, mention that. So it seems that AMD has chosen, acquisition as part of its strategy for growth. There is nothing wrong in making acquisition. Somehow, it's also a way, to become monopolize the business. I mean, such thing happens a lot in the social media space, where Facebook acquires Instagram, acquires other startup within that space. That's where we're used to. Google acquires YouTube also, but it is normal and it's allowed. Acquisition is fine, but recently Nvidia was about to seal the deal for Ham, but then he was squatted in the last minute. He wasn't allowed to go through. I'm surprised that AMD has not been under the scrutiny for its acquisition. Let's have a look at AMD financial statement. Let's have a look at its income statement, balance sheet and cash flow, and we'll also have a look at its price action. I mean, technical details for price action, so that we see what the price action will tell us, and also we'll see the balance sheet under the CEO Lisa Lu. So here is information for AMD Advanced Micro Devices. The market cap is 166.3 billion, and the previous close is 106. The market is open currently, and the market is trending down currently. It's price 102.19 cents. The PE ratio is 39.78. The EPS is 2.8. 57. The 52 weeks high and low is 72.50 and 164.46. So let's have a look at its financials. Under its financial, we have a look at the income statement and then balance sheets. The income statement 2018, you can see 6.4 billion, 6.7 billion. It's growing, but not really significant. But here, between 2019 and 2020, you can see there's a significant jump, about 30%. On what makes up here could be as a result of the lockdown 2020. Now, this is 2021. You can see from 9 billion to about 16. That's almost 75%, and then trailing 12 months. Now you can see the difference. Also, the cost of revenue was also growing, and here there's a big gap between the cost of revenue as well, from 5.4 to 8.5. Gross profit is 7.9 billion. Now you can see the operating expense was also increased within the 2020 and 2021. Um, you can also look down pre-tax income, tax provision, and all that. Let's go and have a look at the balance sheet. Under the balance sheet, I will focus on the total liability. But here, see the total asset here: 4.5, 6 billion, 8.9, and 12.4. But you can see the total liability is slightly below 5 billion. So this is 4.9. So it's about 5 billion for the total liability. Let's have a look at the cash flow. Let's see how liquid AMD is. For them to be making acquisition, they must have free cash flow that they can use to do anything, including the acquisition. Now you can see under their free cash flow, they have 3.2 billion free cash flow. So let's say they acquire 1.9, and the forecast is to next forecast is about 5 billion. So you can see here it's 3.2 billion. So they can do all cash acquisition if they choose to for Pensando. Now let's go and have a look at the technical details for price action. We'll do that on the Momo chart. So here is the technical details for AMD. As you can see, let's start with what we can see here first. AMD is currently on a support. As you can see, AMD, we're currently trading below 20-day moving average. AMD was trending down with many other stocks under the correction territory. However, it actually went back up when other stocks actually move on a bullish move, but it has dropped down back again. So it's currently below 20-day moving average. Also, what we can see here is that it appears that there's a channel here, which you can see. It has been down here and up, back, broke up upside on this channel, came back down, and there's a bridge handle here. It hit back the resistance, was down back again, now here, uh, back again. So AMD has been trending between this channel, meaning between the $100 and $123. So it has been trending between these. Before then, AMD was actually, um, yeah, there's a, as you can see here, yeah, as you can see, he was trending down. He got to this level of support. So this support is a significant support because it has reached here about 5 different times and it held. So, it's a significant one. Let's go on the weekly chart to see what AMD is doing. On the weekly chart, you can still see that AMD is still very bullish on the weekly chart. It's sitting on a resistance on support. You can see this, it was a resistance, it became that support. Also, um,
what we can see here, this was when it was trading within this uh, channel. So as you can see, AMD is trading just slightly below 50-day moving average, but yeah, and it's also trading below 20-day moving average, below 50-day moving average, but above 200-day moving average on a weekly chart. So we are within this channel. It's on support currently. If this support is not broken, then we expect the next candle. And this is a weekly candle, and today is Wednesday. We still have 2 days. This could still turn bullish, but at the moment, it's a strong bearish, and this was a bearish engulfing. So there's a strong bearish move on AMD at the moment. Let's go back on the daily chart. As you can see, um, this was the bearish candle, about four significant bearish candle here, and it's still down at the moment.
Seen the balance sheet, we've seen the details of the acquisition and all that. It is definitely a way to expand, to grow, and it is good for everyone if it's good for AMD, as they say. Look, it's a strategy. Obviously, it's strategy, but we have seen the technical chart, we've seen the price action. Guys, before you add AMD to your portfolio, please do your evaluation, carry out your own, use your own metric. There are a lot of metrics you can see online. You can see Warren Buffett, you can see Richard Lin. I mean, go on Guru Focus. You would see a lot of metrics there. Do not just add stocks to your portfolio because you watch a program on YouTube. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Thank you for following up. We will continue to produce content that will support your investment journey. Thank you. Please call again.